Om Shanti, welcome to Vyakti Parivar. So, just now you saw some of the glimpse of Didi did the class yesterday with PK Surrender Kumars, and in the end, they were so joyful and just having a lot of intoxication. So, it's beautiful moments together, and of course, here in Avyakti Bhavan, many Babas, children came, met the Didi, some VIPs. So that was the day yesterday. So today is the new month, new day, and in month of August we experienced becoming easy yogi, having experience of Baba's love, many beautiful points we explored together. Mohini Didi explained to us every single day. So thank you to Didi, and I'm sure everyone had a beautiful experience, and we would like you all to share with us through email, WhatsApp, or website. Thank you. And now let's start new topic. In month of September is now ignite the fire of love and make your yoga volcanic. So today is day 1, and our topic for today is become Jwalamukhi, intense fire of love. Avec signal. Bap Dada is giving special signals to you children. Children, now let your love become volcanic. Become one who destroys evil and burn any karmic accounts that still remain in your mind of your relations and contacts in this intense fire of love. So now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Didi, everyone, a Vyakti Parivar. It's so interesting to be in Shantivan. So it's like on the side of Asia, right? So it's early morning here, and in the West it's the evening there. Right? But we all are together in a Vyakti Parivar. We are worldwide, so every time zone, we are just at same time, right? So new month is starting, month of September, and the theme is beautiful. You know what is a lot of souls feel, how do we churn? One important quality required is attention. If you really read with attention, so what happens that you want to understand because you want to practice, you want to become that. So because of attention, there is not only concentration, but also something emerges from your personal experience that am I really that flame? Am I really merged into love of Baba? Do I really have intense love with Baba. So when these questions arise, then your experiences come. And then based on that, you start kind of churning, you know. It's like you get a recipe, right, to make something. Then you say, okay, do I make salt first or later or sugar, recipe. Then you start making it. So becoming embodiment is also recipe which Baba gives us. So pay attention fully and you will start churning. So Baba is saying Jwalamukhi, intense fire of yoga, Lagan, fire of Lagan. Bab Dada is giving special signals to you children. Who understands signal? In the family, if a guest come, they have to bring tea for guest. So they say, so they understand. Now bring it. Others might say, what's going on, right? So signals everyone doesn't understand. It's in very close relationship with Baba. Then you say, this is what Baba's signal. This is what Baba's signal, right? That's why the word they use is signal. So Baba says, Bab Dada is giving a special signal to you children. Children, now let your love become volcanic. So we say volcanic yoga. But what did Baba say? Volcanic love. You understand? Now you will start chanting, while what is volcanic love? Now let your love become volcanic and become one who destroys. But because fire can cook but also destroy. One of the quality of fire is to destroy. What to destroy? Evil, arthat. So Baba says that Jwalamukhi will become Jwalamukhi and turn any karmic accounts that still remains in the mind of your karmic account comes in the form of thoughts. So that is why churning is important. Reflection is important, right? Burn, so Baba says, burn any karmic accounts that still remain in your mind and of what? Relations and contexts in this intense fire of love. Any thoughts come? One time Baba asked Dadi Janki, do you remember the students? She said, oh, how can I do that? I have to remember you. She said, but if you don't think, they won't come. So you have to think. And then other side, Baba said, no, you should not think, right? So it is only when there is love for Baba, for service. What I do, like when certain, I said, either they are devotees or they need some power. So what you do to devotees, let them have your vision of perfection, right? Vision of you as goddess. That's why devotees come. And why many effort makers or people going through settling of karmic accounts, they think of us, right? That I have to offer bhog or I have to do this or whatever. So them give Baba's love, you know. So I always say there is always a queue of souls who want something or other. So you become that image of goddess and let people take it. I get every day one invitation to visit like big, very big inauguration in Raipur. Prime Minister is coming. So Sister here was there. And they keep saying it. And I said, I don't think I'm planning to travel. So yesterday they brought invitation. So we are thinking now every day, people, please come once, please come once. So Bhumi found now what to say. What then we had to convince ourselves that we say no. This sounds not good. So Bhumi said, Goddess doesn't travel. She stays in her temple and people come. So it was little convincing that we saying no, but still we are there. So she keeps saying, Goddess doesn't leave her temple. So I said, that's something right. But every day with so much love. And I also feel tempted to go. Raipur, such a big center, Prime Minister is coming, but had to be a little bit careful. So each one of us have to be in the temple. I am in a physical way, but all of us. So devotees come, seekers come, they keep getting what they want from us, right? Okay, Om Shanti. Sure.
Shanti Didi.
Hello, Brother Ken.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
I've got a better microphone this time.
It's
So
better.
first of all, I want to offer you this beautiful flower
Wow. Looks
that
very big and beautiful.
is very big. We call
Yeah,
them dahlias, I think. It's like a very big flower because
yeah.
you are a big personality in our hearts, and of course we want to offer you something at least. So here's the flower.
Thank you, Brother Ken.
Um, Didi, I was just listening to you, and one of the things that, of course, the whole thing about tapasya and volcanic yoga is that you have a flame, which is the love for Baba, the intensity, as Baba said in today's Morley, one Baba and no one else. That intensity brings out the flame. But to keep the flame burning, we have to put something in it. So that's where we put the the karmic counts of the past. So, and also maybe we also put our dedication or something that we're offering to Baba in that fire. So what is it that we actually burn? Because karmic accounts there are two types. They're the ones that we can recognize because we're still caught up in them. But what about the karmic accounts that are from other births that we don't even remember, we're not conscious of? How do we make sure that we're also burning that away as well? So that's the question that someone had for me today. It would be lovely if you could answer that. We know that there are some karmic accounts that we know, and there are others that we're not even aware of. And they haven't even come up yet, even maybe.
I think that first thing we need to understand, recognize that in what way karmic account emerge in us, right? How do I know that I have an account with this soul or with habits? So we have to recognize and make a list. First is, of course, in the form of thoughts. Those thoughts will bother you. They will again and again come to you. Other is our, as I said, it could be sometimes dreams, sometimes habits. Sometimes you are kind of bothered, in a way that something really bothers. There could be souls, it could be some physical material things. So we have to look at the pattern of our thinking. Like you like certain things very much, or you go back to your some of the sanskars, even knowing that they are not right, but they keep emerging in you. So these are some of the things we have to make chart and see what happening to my thoughts, where I am being pulled. So then I know I have karmic account there. So then when it is karmic account, then Baba said, the flame today, according to today, the love has to increase for Baba. Right? So whatever is from the past, 63 births, it's quite a lot, right? So everything begins with body consciousness. And that is why the main practice, Baba giving us all the time, children, be soul conscious. Children, be soul conscious. Because when after golden age, copper age begins, the first thing which begins in us is body consciousness. And then in body consciousness, then five vices emerge: lust, anger, greed. And then we use these five vices to interact with the souls. And then we call them as sinful actions or vicious actions. And those actions now, that means somebody is very greedy, always want something, always want this, want this. There is greed. So that means now the greed is in me, accumulated from all that past karmic accounts, right? So I have to now see what kind of greed I have. I see something, oh, I like it, so I want it. So then that sanskar or the thoughts of greed, so you burn it in the sense of that you sit in Baba's remembrance and surrender to Baba, sacrifice, surrender or sacrifice in, of course, love of yoga, love of Baba's remembrance in that fire. So when that fire then will burn, in the sense love of Baba will help you to overcome the habits of greed, many habits in many different ways. Now there are some souls, they have very, very vicious way of body consciousness. Body consciousness can emerge as ego, it can emerge as attachment, any of the vice. And if it is extreme and you can't control, there are some people, they say, I don't want to get angry, but I don't know what happens to me. Now, that means the sanskar of anger had been accumulated. So then you sit with Baba as ocean of peace, ocean of love, and ignite that flame. And then you sit in remembrance and then you burn that. So I think that each one of us have to look at our chart and we will know exactly in 63 births. Because in every birth we settle and we create, right? Some we settle, some we create. So ultimately we have to look at our Brahmin life, our habits, pattern of thinking, and then we recognize that what has to be yet settled, we haven't done it. And that's why Baba is giving us this method of volcanic remembrance, volcanic effort.
One of the things that that you mentioned about signals and having attention. About a month ago, Baba mentioned in the Murli about being extra careful with the use of the eyes. So I took that as a signal, and I suggested to our main instruments here in Latin America that we should do a sort of something to increase our ability to have tapasya. So the suggestion was to spend 1 week with each of the sense organs, just checking how the soul uses the eyes. What are the things that we need to look out for when we're using eyes? Many people have had great experience. Then we work with the ears, about listening, how we should listen, how we should take in all of the information that comes to us. And then the mouth. Mouth is used for two things, to speaking and eating. So how the soul uses the mouth. And to redirect attention on the way the soul uses the body, because certainly that's the main area that creates body consciousness, how we use our sense organs. And it's been birth after birth. We've used eyes. With birth after birth, we've used ears. Birth after birth, we use mouths. And so we finished the four senses. This week that just finished was the sense of touch, which is also very, very subtle, the physical sensations. And this week we're going into the sense of smell, which is a sort of underrated sense organ, right? But in fact, Baba talks about being careful with it. Maya will get us by the nose and so on. So it seems to be in that people have been keeping their charts on different things related. Every day there was a different question about that particular sense organs. But people are finding that that their ability to meditate is getting better just because of that attention, as you said. So what can you help us? How can you help us when it's not just looking at karmic accounts, but the way we use our sense organs? So how does that come into the volcanic yoga, Didi?
Yeah, because discipline is very important, so I think they show these monkeys, see no evil, hear no evil, talk no evil. But Baba has told us in detail, like for eyes, they shouldn't be criminal. So that is lust. It could be eyes, attachment, it could be greed. Every vice that there could be the pull. So I think that most important is to check that where, there are, like, example is given that Dadi Prakashmani or one of the Dadi was somewhere in a big city and there were big hoardings, very big size. And those hoardings were electrical, very sparkling. And so they passed it. And then the sister sitting next to Dadi, Dadi, did you see that? And did you see we should have like this something? And Dadi said, what you said, what I don't see when I'm in the car, I don't see here and there. No, it was Mama's example. So that means we have to be careful and attentive, as you said, where it is pulled. And wherever it is pulled, I think that you have to emerge some of the things which Baba says you shouldn't see. Like Baba taught us about reading newspaper, right? So Baba doesn't say don't read newspaper. Our time, Baba said, read in the newspaper which VIP is coming to visit, what is happening, where you could serve. You should read it at that much, not read the stories. And you can kind of forgive yourself, because one time there was a very interesting case going on, and this journalist asked Dadi Prakash Mani, Dadi, what you think about this? So before Dadi has to answer, Nirvad Bhai was also there. I was there. Nirvad Bhai said, we don't read those stories. And it was a beautiful answer, because once you comment, they will ask you more and more. So I think that for us, we have to write down and be very clear of disciplines. what is important as discipline. Because there are two things in life. One is discipline, other is principle. And I always think about what is my principle. So principle has dignity. It's like you feel very royal. There is dignity in principle. And you get known that she's not going to do this, or and other is discipline. Discipline is more like restrictions, which are also very important. So I think as Baba's child, we should have very high principles. And I think then a lot of transformation happens if we have disciplines and principles.
Didi, when we saw Daddy Prakash Mani just before, she was so light, so happy, so bubbling. And she was talking about, actually, one of the things she was talking about was the use of the senses. But she, for me, and for all of us, she was Smriti Swarup, as Baba said in today's Muli. She was the embodiment of that natural spiritual awareness, means natural awareness of her spiritual identity, the national awareness of Baba and her relationship with Baba. And so she didn't make any effort, but mostly, especially in the West, people tend to be more intellectual. Yeah. So how do you think, how did the daddies and how did you transition from an initial just understanding of some concepts to a deep spiritual experience? This is what we all have to do. Instead of thinking about all this, we should be experiencing it. So what is the transition exactly, Didi?
I think that practice is very important. And what sometimes we're not paying attention is to practice. Like if there is any sanskar connected with body consciousness, I have to practice soul consciousness. I cannot just say, I shouldn't have this, I shouldn't have this. No. You have to create the stage of soul consciousness. So for Dadi, like she was naturally in that soul consciousness. And when there is soul consciousness, you have freedom, you are very joyful. You don't have anything, you make mistakes. So when you don't make mistakes, you are happy. You make little mistake, you feel sad about it. So I think that what makes us embodiment and what brings transformation is the practice. Like Baba said, Amrit Vela. Now you have to practice bodiless stage. So if you practice, then you keep becoming that image, right? So that's what we all have to do, whether we are in the east or west. But that is most important.
Didi,
And plus,
sorry,
yes,
go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
This whole thing of, I mean, it's connected with the volcanic yoga that now we're coming into that month, so there's special attention on that. But it's something that is like a package deal. It's not that you can sit down and have a meditation commentary and suddenly have volcanic yoga. You have to build up towards that. I remember Daddy Guzar said that if you really want to have an experience of the seed stage in Amrit Vela, you have to be fully soul conscious the day before. Um, so there's a lot of things. There's the purity, there's the accuracy in following Srimad, there's our level of surrender, there's level of closeness to the yajna and to the seniors. All of these things to come together to help us build a better stage. So it's just not sitting down and having a meditation commentary and saying, yes, now I'm in volcanic stage. No, it's something we have to build up towards. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. That's why Baba gives us the signals, what you have to do. So forget about the past. We will have whole month. So whatever Baba says, like today, He's saying the flame of love, So I think that's how we have to do every day. Whatever Baba says as the signal, we all have to practice. So whatever, maybe 30%, 40%, we have created already volcanic yoga, and some is required, or maybe less. So every day practice whatever is the signal. And I think that we will achieve within a month, maybe
We
good
should build up
percent.
towards a very powerful stage by the end of the month. And that's a
Yeah,
beautiful idea. So did he
yeah,
experience on attention also on experiencing the sustenance from Baba's love, like in today's morning? We should intensify that as well.
yeah. That's good. So
Okay,
every day
Didi.
we do little. Okay. Everything good in Brazil, right?
Everything's fine. I mean, today we had a big program. There was an actor doing a performance on Gandhi's life in our center. Big, was
Yeah.
completely packed.
October 2nd,
Yeah.
Day of Non-Violence. Yeah.
So the consul came, the Indian consul came. This weekend also there's a youth retreat in Peru.
Yeah.
Very well attended. So everything's going fine, Didi.
That's good. Okay, thank you. You brought Latin America here.
Thank you, Didi,
Oh,
for you bringing Madhuban to all of us.
right. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.